Hello. Praise the Lord. I'm going to try this again. I just tried to make this video and got a notification. I tried to turn it off, and when I did, it made the video go off. So anyway, how are you guys doing? Happy holidays. Happy holy days for us. I'm so excited about some information that I want to share that is like leaning toward this time frame, just like everybody else is getting information and downloads from Father on this date and this time frame. I just wanted to come on here and share this because I got some stuff too. So to just in case you don't know, that we're watching this date, this particular date, and why, I'll go into a brief introduction about that. Okay, so what I'm talking about is the beginning of Hanukkah, the 18th. I'm not saying I'm telling you right now, I'm not saying that anything is going to happen on the 18th of December. I'm not saying the rapture is going to happen on the 18th of December or anytime there shortly after. I'm not saying any of these things. Okay, what I'm saying is it's at watch time, and that there's some things that we're being shown that is giving us a picture of something. And so I just wanted to, come on and share what I feel like he's been showing me about it. Okay, so here's the situation. So I don't know what brought this about, but one of the watchmen that I watch started talking about Hanukkah. He's been talking about this for a couple months, and I was like, I was on November 8th in the blood moon, right? And he's kept talking about Hanukkah, and I'm thinking, I'm still waiting for the 8th, but for some reason he had it in his head that something was going to happen on Hanukkah. Okay. And, to know that it is called the Feast of Dedication. Jesus did celebrate it in the New Testament. He went to the synagogue on the Feast of Dedication. Okay. It is also called the Festival of Lights. All right. And so anyway, he was talking about Hanukkah, and so then him and some other people got together, some other brothers and sisters got together, and they had these pieces and parts that God had given them about this time frame, about this, especially the day 18 for some reason. And one of the things that was shown to them was that there was a blood moon tetrad, and I know you guys know about it, back in 2014, 2015, that fell on Passover and Tabernacles on 2014 and on 2015. And right in the middle of them was a solar eclipse. All right. So we were all watching during this time. We were all excited that it was actually the time, because it says that the moon will turn into blood, and that the sun will go dark before the great and terrible day of the Lord. So we were all excited, and watching. We were all watching then, the same people together. And so anyway, saying all that, they were looking at the tetrad. Oh, listen, they're sounding the alarm. I agree. We should be sounding the alarm, because this is big information. And the prideful they're not going to do well in this. They're not going to do well, but they continue to think that they're going to do well. But thank you for setting off the alarm, and God bless you. And I will pray for anybody who does that, persecutes me, and does this all day long. All right, anyway, so I'm not going to let it stop me. 2,598 was the amount of days from the tetrad until the 18th of December. Well, when you look up the number in the Strongs, which they did, it means to cast down, right? Like Satan was cast down and he wasn't allowed to go back into heaven, right? Revelation 12. Okay, so he was already, God was already giving him stuff about Hanukkah anyway. And then we got that information. And then he was looking, and he said December is actually the 10th month, right? And the 18th. So it would be 10:18, and he goes, Luke 10:18, I beheld Satan as he fell from the sky as lightning. Okay, so now we've got the cast down, the number to cast down. Now we've got Luke 10:18 I beheld Satan as he fell from the sky as lightning. Here they go. They're sounding the alarm. They need to, because he's coming to town. Satan Claus is coming to town. All right. So, sound the alarm, please. Continue to sound it. And don't stop. Blow the horn. All right. So, anyway, I'm not going to let them get to me. I'm going to keep making this video and talking about the Lord and what he's put on my heart to do, and they're not going to stop me. So, anyway, so Luke 10:18, I beheld Satan as he fell from the sky as lightning, and we know what that name is when we look it up in the Strong. I beheld this person as he fell from the sky as lightning. Or I beheld Satan as this person as he fell from the sky like lightning. They really hate that. They really will. They go on full attack mode when we expose him. So anyway, so that was enough, right? That was enough of a revelation. Well, a sister and I are talking on the phone, and she gets downloads and stuff too a lot. And she said, well, it wasn't something she said. She goes, look at this. She sent me a picture of a fly on her Bible, which we know like flies represent demons, because usually where there's something dead, there's flies. Okay, well, so there's a fly landed on her Bible. It blew open to like it was on one page where she was reading, then it blew to another page, and then the fly landed on it. And she took a picture of it and sent it to me, and I go, and she goes, look at the page number is 969. That's where it blew to. And she goes, that's basically 666. And I go, oh, yeah, that's creepy. So then I go, so something told me, probably the Holy Spirit, to look back at the picture while we were still talking. And I looked, and I go, sister, the chapter number is 13. And she goes, what? And she looked. And so we were just talking about Revelation 13 and how the beast is rising, and that's what we feel like this is all about. Like maybe the beginning of the marking of him coming to the earth, right? So, I mean, we're not sure of that. Obviously, I've done a disclaimer. I'm not saying anything's going to happen. I'm going to keep saying that. I'm not saying anything. It doesn't matter, because you could say that and they'll still go, why did you say that this was going to happen? No, I didn't say that. I said that these are the things that we're looking at about this time frame, right? I'm not saying that anything's going to happen. Okay. Man, I got to keep saying that, because otherwise they'll all accuse you. So anyway, so now we've gotten to the Luke 10:18. Well, then after I saw that, then something told me just to be like, go to Revelation 13. And then I was like, you know what? Let me look at 13:18, since it's the 18th, right? The day. And since 18 is 6 plus 6 plus 6, right? I said, let me look at 13:18. You know what it is? It is, he who has wisdom, calculate the number of the beast. It is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Right? It's that verse. All right, so then I'm like, whoa. So then I told her that, and I'm like, okay, this is all getting weird. I mean, it's like everything keeps pointing to this. So then you want to add, I'm going to add to this, and then it's really going to blow your freaking mind, right? This one here, this revelation that he gave me last night is going to blow your freaking mind. I mean, it's just going to be like, because it was for me. All right, so I'm sitting here watching something unrelated. I have been, just getting little things from Father, just kind of confirming that it's appointed time, appointed place, just different things have been telling me lately. Okay, so I'm watching something unrelated. I'm not thinking I'm researching this topic. And here comes this episode of The Simpsons, which I've seen this before, and it's season 9, episode 24. And it's about there being an EMP, all right? And it's about an asteroid or a comet, I think, hitting the Earth, all right? Well, here's what's such a big deal about this, all right? People are probably like, yeah, I've seen that clip. Okay, here's the thing about it. Remember how we've always thought that they were talking about September 24th? Right? Yet this stuff would happen. See, and that's another thing. Me and sister were talking about, we both had dreams that it's really dark, right? And that we're being saved out of it. Like this darkness comes upon the earth, okay? All right, so I'm saying all that, and I've got dreams posted. They've been up there for years about these things. Here's the issue that blew my mind. This is the mind blower. Are you ready? We've been all this time thinking September 23rd, September 24th, right? We keep watching that every year thinking that it might be time for the rapture or something, right? Guess what? Remember the dream I had where I had the 9 and the 11? And I kept wondering if it was like a date, like September 11th, or if it's like 11 November 9th, right? And then I was given that word Shabbat, the 11th month. Okay. Or at least I thought that's what he had said. I'm not positive of that, but that's what it sounded like he said. Okay. I'm saying all that to say this. When you look up this 923 and 924, guess when it is this year? In the Hebrew, if you look up Torah calendar and you look up 924, 923, 924, 924 is 666, the 18th. Pow. Bam. Am I right? That's crazy. Right there. So, all that time that we've been seeing that clip of the Simpsons and knowing that it meant something, right? Because a lot of us have been doing, like I know we have. Because some of the brothers and sisters that exposed it, it's like it's something you can't let go of, right? You just keep going back to it. Or like I do, like every time I see it, I'm like, whoa, there's something significant about that. Right? And that date, in the episode it was 9/24. Well, the whole episode about is it gets dark, this comet hits or whatever, and all hell is broken loose on earth. Right? Which is what we would expect if Satan is cast down. All right? So, and then it is actually on the date that we all keep getting pointed to, and then also Luke 10:18, which is December 18th, 10:18, is I beheld Satan as he was cast from the sky like lightning. I'm telling y'all. I'm not saying that anything's going to happen. But I'm telling you, out of everything that I've ever seen and ever has been put together in my ever signs and downloads and things that have come together, there's never been anything that's ever come together like this. Not as far as I'm concerned. Now, could we be off and we're totally wrong? And we could, yes, definitely. We don't know. We see in a part. But I very much think that it was important to add that and to give that information in addition to all this other information, because it's important that we give our puzzle pieces that he gives us. And her Bible, all of this has been like a complete puzzle. Right? So anyway, I just wanted to come on there and give that information and see if that made your mind blow like it did me. Because we've been looking at, for years I've been watching that date, 9/23. Because it's in all these movies and everything. And I know that these people do not do this. They don't do this unless there's a reason. They don't keep putting a number or whatever in something. It's code. Okay? Excuse me. And the code could be this year. So you might want to go and watch the clips from Simpsons episode 9, or season 9, episode 24, verse 24. Mercy, sorry, Father. Episode 24, and watch just the highlight clips of it, if you can't watch the whole thing, and see if you don't think that it fits what has already been put together about this time. It's crazy, folks. It's crazy. It is so much of a connection between all these things that it's almost too much to overlook. You know, I'm skeptical about, I mean, you know, and I listen to everybody, and I love my brothers and sisters, and when they feel like they're getting downloads to point to a certain time, I believe them. And, you know, because we do, when he gives us something, we feel like, you know, we know what he's talking about, but sometimes we don't. But with this particular thing, it's clear cut, the stuff that he's shown us. It's like, it's not something that we're like thinking about, or, you know what I mean? Or, no, these are clear cut signs. And then the being able to link it to the 923, 924, I mean, that's huge. I've had many dreams about comets, I've many dreams about everything being dark. I mean, you can go and look at my channel, or this channel, and look at the dreams about the darkness, about the EMP. I put EMP/blackout. I didn't know what it was caused from. It could be caused from the comet. I don't know. Look, I don't know. All right, I have no idea. I'm just like you guys. But if Satan falls from the sky like lightning, and if it is in this time frame, then we know what's about to happen. So, right? So be excited and be happy and be joyful no matter what. Look, somebody put a friggin' mouse in my friggin' truck, and it's up. I think it's up in the molding. And I tried to take everything, as much as I could take out of it yesterday, and try to lift up the seats and to see if I could see anything. I can't see anything back there. I can't get back there to it because my back door's, I got hit by a car and my back door won't open now. So isn't that lovely? That's, I don't care. I prayed. I'm like, Lord, if you can close the mouth of the lions, I think you can handle a mouse. I'm not going to worry about it. But made some noises yesterday. I was freaking out a little bit, but then I'm like, you know what? If it comes out, I'm going to stab it and beat it with a crowbar. So I hope it don't come out. All right. Well, I love you guys. What an awesome thing. Am I right? Man, I'm excited. So I know you guys are too. And shout out to Sis. Oh, sorry. Hello. Sorry about that. Shout out to Sis. Sis, I'm sorry. I know we had those words yesterday, and you know, we're both just going through too much hell. It's just too hard right now. You know what I mean? And we're looking for the other person to be 100% understanding of all our trauma. And I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know that the word Barbie was something that would hurt your feelings. I mean, and plus I wasn't even talking about you anyway. I was talking about getting some action figures. I was being goofy. I had been talking about it with Lammy before I even talked to you. So, I'm sorry. Shout out. I love you. I hope you're okay. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.